Hello, friends, and welcome to my channel. Welcome back. If you are new here, welcome too. My name is Mercedes, and I go by That Mom Mercedes and That Mom Wellness Coach here on the internet. I have my socials linked in the description box below. I also have a wonderful website that we are nearing the completion phase of just having it done nicely. I have blogs that are live right now on my website, so if you guys want to go over there and check out some of the blogs, I would absolutely love that. I have a lot of blogs for a lot of the videos on this channel. This channel is all of my passions all in one. I am a health and nutrition coach. I am a health and wellness coach, so I do a lot of meal prepping on this channel. I do a lot of cooking on this channel. I do a lot of frugal based health things because in this economy, we kind of have to be frugal. I am low budget, low income. I have two wonderful daughters that are going back to school. It's back to school time, guys. Can you believe it? Summer's over. Oh my gosh. In my area, actually, sidebar, in my area, kids have been going back to school since the middle of July. And this month in August, a lot more kids are going back to school. So, my kids included. I will be able to have hopefully some more content come out while they're back in school, but also I'm taking some time to actually do health things for me. Like I haven't been able to go to the doctor in a little while because schedules have been crazy. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to get a dentist visit because I'm going to do that. And yeah, I've been kind of neglecting myself this summer. But if this is the call you needed to go back to taking care of yourself a little bit while your kids are in school, take the call, honey. Take the call. You got to make sure you keep yourself nice and healthy. Actually, one of the doctors that I work with, he told me you can't pour from an empty cup. And I know it's cliche and I know we've heard that before, but you can't take care of your kids, if you're not taking care of yourself. And I was humbled by what he said because I know it, but it's always different coming from somebody else. On this channel, since I am a health and wellness coach, on this channel, a lot of the things are health and wellness adjacent. So our bullet journal is no different. Our bullet journal is our tracker, our health tracker, our everything tracker. If you guys want to see the video of how I set it up and see some of the things that you don't see on a monthly basis, I'll go ahead and I'll link the video at the top for you guys right now. If you guys have found me from any of my shorts that I have done recently, thank you guys ever so much for being here and for watching. I'm going to do more videos, more long form videos about what some of my shorts are and more shorts on what my long form videos are. If you guys came here because of the $0 back to school haul, welcome. I'm happy to have you guys here. And yeah, that was a fun video that I actually have the full video of that actually live right now. So if you haven't watched that one, I'll also link it up at the top for you guys. I'm very excited to be here, and let's get into the actual bullet journal, shall we? What we have been doing on this page, on this left side page, has been my dashboard. I do some iteration of a dashboard in all of my bullet journals. My last bullet journal, I went to doing quarterly dashboards, which did work and they were, quite well. But I have not put in a quarterly dashboard yet in this bullet journal. So right now I'm just going monthly dashboards. I just need to keep things a little bit more uniform when it comes to the bullet journal. So I will probably be going back to quarterly dashboards at some point here in the future. But right now I'm just doing monthly dashboards, and I have all my socials on that page. So if you guys are wondering what my socials are, they're right there. And then, of course, like I said, they're linked in the description box below. On the right side of the page, I put it's like my cover page for the month. And of course, it's August 2025. I didn't put no stickers or anything on it right now because the space below the word August, I put inspiration, my monthly inspo. So any quotes that I hear that I like, I'll put in there. Any stickers that I get that I like, that are really inspiration for myself this month, I will put it in there. Any little pow pow type things I will put in there to keep myself motivated and to keep myself going. I have a lot of goals, guys. I've been making my goals work. I've been going very slowly, but small steps make big progress. Like, small steps lead to great things, guys. Don't knock small steps. Flipping over, we are on the calendar page, and I'm setting up my calendar page right now. These are my standard 6x6 boxes. And if you guys were here last month and you saw me do the little mini calendars, and I was like, you know what? I think I'll stick with this right now. I might have lied because this is what feels comfortable. And since we're going back to school, I wanted my bigger calendar boxes. The little box that I had underneath my mini calendar last month got a little confusing for me. I'm not gonna lie, and I set it up. So we're going back to having a little bit of bigger calendar spaces that I can actually write within. Did I say already that these ones are 6x6 spaces? And this is a standard A5 size bullet journal, which also, this is my Tiefossi bullet journal. If you guys are wondering, I've been using this one now, 3 months. Yeah, about 3 months that I've been using this bullet journal now. And I think I've finally gotten the hang of the paper situation. If you guys were here in the last video, you guys will know that I was not a fan of this paper, not one bit. Now I know that this is an older style Tiefossi notebook from them, and this is actually a stone washed notebook. So a lot of regular pens, if they're inkier pens, they do tend to smear. I needed a good 5-10 minutes to dry time with some of my other pens in this bullet journal, but I got this bullet journal in a set on the Tiefossi website, and they came with these fine liners that you see off to the right of the bullet journal in the video. So these fine liners actually do work very well with this paper. Surprise, surprise, right? So I'm using at least these fine liners to go ahead and set up all of my spreads and everything within this bullet journal. And then when I go to actually write with my, like say my Pentel, with my Sigma Micron pen, with any of the Mujis that I have, I do have a couple Mujis actually off to the side and everything. And what else do I have? Paper Mates. I have some of the Sarasa, the zebra Sarasas and everything. I've got pens, guys. I like pens. But when it comes to any of the other pens, I need to have a nice little amount of dry time for this notebook so it doesn't just smear everywhere and bleed everywhere. And there is a little bit of ghosting with these fine liner pens. You can see it in some of the flips when we flip through on some of the pages, or at least I can in real life see a little bit of the ghosting in some of these setups. As you can see, my calendar right now is kind of given a metal sign, which I'm going to fix just a little bit at the top because I forgot a box right here. That's what I've noticed right here. But I was going to say my calendar is giving a little bit of a metal sign right now. And it's because this style of bullet journal, like this style of actual like setup, is from Joshi Karen, and she does this kind of put the extra days up at the top of the page, and I wanted to make sure that I utilized as much of my calendar, like my boxes and everything in my page spacing as I possibly could. So I went ahead and I took a page out of her book and I put the 31st up at the top of the bullet journal, or not the top. I keep referring to my calendar as the bullet journal itself. So I'm sorry, guys. I put the 31st at the top of the calendar instead of having 6 rows on just like one area. Now I have the 5 rows, and I'm able to keep the 5 rows kind of all in the same area on the page. So that's a little bit of a save. And of course, putting my days down and everything, and I put the extra date up there at the top. This month, August the 1st, which for me was yesterday, of actual voiceovering Mercedes here. The 1st was yesterday, and it was Lunasa yesterday. I put on the bottom of the page, I haven't got there quite yet, but I will put the word Lunasa in the big box at the bottom of the page, and I will put Llamas at the top on the 1st. It's the same thing, it's just 2 different ways of saying it, 2 different, when you look at it, they're both the same day, but it's just different ways of saying it and everything. This is what I have learned so far. I did not get to do anything particularly for Lunasa yesterday. I was able, because I am out before the sun rises most days, I was able to give the sun a little prayer and a little thank you and a little like dedication as it was coming up while I was on my way to work. So that was really nice to kind of get the sun's blessing on my day. Probably today or tomorrow, I will be meal prepping some pancakes. So I feel like that's also a nice little Lunasa type thing. I don't have flour, or I would make some bread. But just know that I did try to plan out some stuff, and my boxes are kind of full right now of my Lunasa like planning and everything. On the side of the calendar, I put the long to-do box, which honestly, I don't have enough space to write to-dos any given calendar that I have, because I have so many things I need to do in the month, and some things don't get done. And then I just take them over to the next month and everything. So, then again, the other pages at the other boxes, that was a real tongue twister. The other boxes at the bottom of the page, I have recipes to make, and then right now I still have 2 empty boxes at the bottom of the page, those 2 middle smaller boxes. I think that I'm gonna make those into like a no spend box and into like, you know, some other type of tracker. But I haven't quite decided yet. We are putting moons on the page, and if you guys are seeing my little flip back and forth, I did fill out my moon page. If you guys want a little bit more of an in-depth on that page, I can try to do a little bit more of an in-depth on that page, but you're always allowed to pause the screen and take a look at the moon page. The moons are as follows for this month. The 1st was a first quarter moon. The 9th will be a full moon. The 16th will be a last quarter moon. The 23rd will be a new moon. And the 31st will be another first quarter moon. So we have 2 first quarter moons this month alone. Holy cow, I'm really excited for that and everything, because yeah, I have my little tracker says what I should be doing and what works with moon phases, and a lot of stuff actually works very well in the first quarter moon phase. Also, yesterday was the 1st of the month. I think I have a video on 1st of the month rituals if you guys are interested in that. I think I have a little short. If I do, I will go ahead and link it at the top, but if not, if you guys want to see that, let me know and I'll definitely make it, because I thought I had one. So yeah. This next page is a little bit of a deviation of what I have done in my last couple bullet journals. I used to do a page like this all the time in my bullet journals, but I kind of got off of that a little bit, and now I'm back to doing it because it's a very needed thing. It is a way that I save money. It's a way that I have zero waste in my food. It's a way that I have all of the things that I need, all the boxes that I hit. It is my meal prep page, and I'm going to fill it out a little bit more after I, of course, sketch in my garden log on the next page, but I will let you guys know what I am going to put on the meal prep page right now, and then I'll tell you guys what we put on the garden page and everything like that. So on the meal prep page, I have 4 columns, and at the top of the columns, I will have weeks 2, 3, 4, and 5 written out, and then I have the 7 days within the columns. I will put down the days in the columns as well, and then at the bottom of the page, it will, of course, have the footer saying meal prep. Within the meal prepping space, I will put what I meal prepped on what day. Also, what we've had for dinner on some of those days, because if I go to meal prep, say, dinner for lunch, I need to know what day that the dinner was made. So say we had chicken thighs, rice, and mashed potatoes. No. Chicken, rice, thighs, and a vegetable. Carrots. Let's say carrots, not rice and mashed potatoes. Double starch, double carb. That's not amazing. But so say we had that chicken, rice, and carrots on, say we had it yesterday. Say we had it on the first, which that is not what we actually had for dinner yesterday. But if I'm looking in the refrigerator, say on the 14th, and that is all still in there, yeah, we failed on the zero waste when it comes to that meal. And I've also failed to take that with me to lunch to lessen the amount of food waste that we have in our house. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, and then if I do my meal prepping today for the pancakes, of course I'm going to freeze pancakes, but if I do it, say, today on the 2nd, and I'm going to meal prep on the 4th, and I have nothing that I want to meal prep in my fridge, but I do have those pancakes in the freezer, I can say, oh, I made pancakes that day, and I put them in the freezer. Let me go ahead and bring them out and meal prep them for breakfast on the 11th, So that's a little way of keeping track of what was made on what day and how I meal prep and everything. I will probably do some color coding from what I actually put in my lunch and my breakfast prep compared to what I put in the freezer and everything. So we're getting better. Last pay period, I spent roughly $40 at the cafeteria, which is not amazing, but it's also not bad. I also did get some totals because I'm working on a video, a little bit more in-depth video on meal prep for my meal prep series. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, I have a meal prep series. I'll link it at the top of the screen for you guys if you're interested in that. But yeah, meal prepping is something that I'm very passionate about for the sustainability, for frugal living, all of the kind of stuff, all of that stuff. It all works and it all saves in the end. Onto the garden page while we're getting all the garden stuff all figured out. My garden page is the exact same garden log that I have been doing for the last how many years since I've actually had my garden out there. My calendar spread for it has not changed. On Saturday and Sunday boxes are 3x4 squares, and then Monday through Friday boxes are 4x4 squares. And I'm able to use my squares and my key to say, okay, say that I watered. Okay, so I did water today. So I'll put W up at the top of my today, and my W, of course, stands for water. If I go back out there and I water again tonight, I'll just put ×2. And then I have, of course, my Oya fill, my feed my worms, my feed the compost. I have a lot of stuff within that all of my keys fit very well. And then I have my garden log, my key and my log. So my key is my key, of course, and my log is what has been done on what day, which I'm going to have to fix my sail again because it's almost monsoon season and the wind has blown what I have fixed right apart already. So yay, wonderful. On to the next page. I'm doing 2 weeks on one spread. So I have 14 days here on one spread. And I messed up a little bit by starting on the first. I don't want to start on the first because the first and the second were Friday and Saturday, and I actually did fill those in on last month's calendar because I didn't quite have this video done for you guys in time, so I didn't want to start filling in stuff before I actually had it all filmed up for you guys. So my week 2, of course, starts on the 3rd, and then my week 3 starts up on the 10th. So I have my 2 weeks down there, and then on the side, so my left side is where I have my 14 days, my weeks, my 2 weeks. And then on the right side, I'm playing around with dashboards. So I have 14 days worth of healthy habits. I have a little projects area for 14 days. I have my no spend actually on this page as well. So it'll be 14 days of my no spend habits. No spend's also up in my habit tracker. So if I have a day that I ended up spending up there on the habit tracker, I will put down what it actually is in the no spend below. And then I have a blank box that I'm not quite sure what I am going to do yet. I track my moods with an app, so I'm not quite sure if I want to put like a moods tracker down there. It might be a little bit more of an in-depth pain tracker, since at the beginning of my bullet journal I do have a pain log, and I kind of wanted to get the kind of median pain scale and put on that log, so I might go ahead and put that on there. I'm still workshopping it, but that's like essentially what I kind of want to do. And this is how I'm going to do by weeks. So I'll put 2 more weeks and then 2 more weeks worth of habits. And then on my last page of my tracker, which I didn't show you guys on this video, but my last page will be for the 31st of the tracker. And then I'll put like a summary under it of how the month went and everything. What were my wins? What were my fails? I have it penciled in, but I didn't show you guys on the screen, so I apologize for that. We're coming up on the flip back real soon here because we're starting to do our little flip back eve. But I want to let you guys know that I am thankful for you guys being here, and if there's anything that you kind of want explained when it comes to bullet journals, just let me know in the comments below, and I will work on making a video. I'm working on making a couple requested videos from my last couple comments that were left on some of my videos by some very lovely people. So I thank you guys so much for leaving those comments. I'm working on those videos. It's just going to be a little bit slow, but also, like I said in the beginning of this video, we're going back to school, so I should have a little bit more time to work on that type of thing, at least one day a week. But yeah, I want to thank you guys ever so much for being here. And again, if you are not, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Like this video, hit the bell icon if you don't have the bell icon kind of dinged. I have a kind of a sporadic schedule of uploading. I try to upload on Wednesdays, but if I miss my Wednesday upload, I just kind of try to upload as quick as possible, which is why you're seeing this video when you are seeing this video. Yeah, so I want to thank you guys so much for being here, and I know I've said that several times already. Make sure to drink a lot of water, even though it's getting to be a little bit cooler, question mark, of the year, of the season. We still need water. I know for us in Arizona, we haven't hit as nearly as many 1-teens so far, but I am still expecting them. And yeah, just thank you guys all for being here. And I'll see you guys very soon in the next video, in the next short, in the next video, one of the two. We'll see you guys then. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, I'll see you then. Bye.